Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome to this exclusive episode on metrology. Renishaw presents Industry Talk on Future of Metrology. Today is World Metrology Day. We take this opportunity in celebrating the contribution of all the people who are associated with metrology technologies. Metrology is a very important approach in the industrial world, such as medical, aerospace, and electronics, where extremely high levels of precision are essential. The industrial metrology market has been witnessing significant growth over the past years, mainly owing to the rising demand, big data analytics, and increasing demand for automobiles in emerging economies as well. To celebrate the World Metrology Day 2022, today experts from the industry have come together to present their futuristic metrology technologies that are shaping the industrial manufacturing ecosystem. So before we start the discussion, let me introduce you to today's panelists. Today we are joined by Mr. Sanjay Sangam, who is Head of Sales and Marketing, Renishaw India. Dr. Sanjeev Kumar, who is the Head of Business Development at Renishaw India. Mr. K.S. Manoj, who is the Head Business Development at Zeiss India, Bangalore. Mr. Momin A.Y., who is the Application and Training Head at Accurate Gauging and Instruments. In the context of industrial manufacturing, metrology allows manufacturers to produce products more accurately, more quickly, and to a higher standard. So to start with, Mr. Sanjay Sangam, could you discuss the importance of metrology in manufacturing?
The importance of metrology, why it is being, why it has to be focused or why it has to be given importance. I think, there are a number of reasons, but I would cover only three key important reasons why metrology has this important in manufacturing. The first and foremost, if you see any designer, he designs some things, and then he thinks from the point of view of functionality of it. He will design a part, then he will make the drawings and process, etc., etc., and he will assign some specifications, keeping in his mind, the functionality of that particular part. So it is important that whatever he offers to the manufacturing guys to produce are met with the specifications. Why we have to meet the specifications? Because it has its functionality. Just imagine a washing machine where you see a drum, where the cloths are they rotate, and the cloths get washed. If the drum is not rotating at its center of its axis, then it's of no use. That machine will not function properly, and the consumer finally will not be happy. So for that drum to rotate from at its center of axis, that drum needs to be produced to the specification as specified by the designer. So it is important to follow that, and we have to also look at the functionality of it. And metrology provides this when you talk of any metrological equipment that is used for manufacturing the part. Secondly, if you look at the compliance, compliance regulation, because everything that is produced has to meet certain standards. It could be ISO standards, it could be any standards being followed. So everything that is produced has to meet these standards. So it's a part of compliance. And I think, that's why if you see in every segment, whether it is consumer electronics or manufacturing sector, metrology has its own important for the reasons that I explained. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay. Mr. Manoj, would you like to add your point of view as well?
So for me, when I look at metrology, I look at it in a slightly different way. I see metrology as an improvement in lifestyle. When you think about you need better products, better quality, it is basically the consumer asking for a better lifestyle and not accepting failures. So I would like to put it from, because when we talk about manufacturing, it is not only the pistons or the automotive industry what we look around, but as Mr. Sanjay gave a nice example of a washing machine, it is about how the end consumer or a housewife demands less noise, less run out. Everything can be traced back, but basically it comes back from the functionality and your, how you want to improve your quality of life. So when we all go abroad, you see that, when you land in Japan, for example, you see that everything around you is manufactured, and it is manufactured to precision. That's because I believe the consumer in those countries, they demand a very high level of precision, high level of quality of work in everything what you see around you. So if we as consumers demand that, I believe metrology will have a great future in manufacturing in the coming days. It should start with us. That's my point.
Very well presented, Mr. Manoj. Dr. Sanjeev, would you like to add your point of view as well on the importance of metrology?
Uh, when I look at metrology, very simple thing. If you can't measure, you can't improve. It's as simple as that. हम लोग हमेशा हर दिन in everywhere we say that अगर आगे बढ़ना है तो जानना पड़ेगा आप कहाँ हो, where you are. Unless and until you know where you are, how would you plan for improvement? So if I bring that into the context of manufacturing and the competitiveness of Indian market, if one has to say improve his production, scale his production by 2 times, if one has to improve the quality compared to whatever it is today, and if one has to reduce the cost, these cannot be achieved without having a mentality to measure where you are. So metrology makes the industry competitiveness, and as Mr. Manoj said, metrology makes the lives better. And as Sanjay ji very well described, metrology has an application in whatever the smallest thing that you do. So that's what I'd like to say. Thank you.
Very, very strong voice coming from the industry. Mr. Momin, would you like to share your point of view as well?
The importance of the metrology, we are fully allowed manufacturing. You develop your technology, you make innovation, practices, and we people will definitely help you to measure it. And that is not a simple job. When somebody manufactures 10 micron, 20 micron, and making the manufacturing of the machine for the 1/10 of the measurement consumption, say 1 micron or 2 micron, all of we just can say to the audience what much of the tolerances for that machine is required to build. And here, the importance of the metrology, we all need to focus on the metrology so that our manufacturing, the colleagues, the industries can get help from all. And such kind of the platform, the discussion gives the better idea to help ourselves. I would not say to the somebody else, but it is going to be help ourselves. That is, I think so. It is the important in our life, the metrology. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Momin. So whether it is Renishaw India or Zeiss India or even accurate gauging and instruments, they are all significant players in their respective areas. So let us understand the expertise of these companies. So to start with, Renishaw is one of the global majors in measurement technologies, what I understand. Dr. Sanjeev, can you share more details on Renishaw's expertise in metrology business?
So I think first it focused on CMM inspection probes, I think, and then brought into the machine tool measurement probes, then a number of assessment devices such as laser interferometers for machine tools, calibration, CMM calibration, expanded into a kind of diagnostic tool for assessing the performance of machine tool, which is called ball bar, and then brought out a revolutionary inspection probe, a scanning probe for a CMM called Viva technology. And very recently, last few years, we revolutionized the shop floor measurement, brought out equator which can sit next to the machine in the shop floor and improve the output of the shop floor. If you look at the key underlying thing has always been that Renishaw always has worked with the partners and the fellow industry players in the market to bring out the technology that helps the manufacturers to improve the productivity, improve the efficiency, and provide to the consumers a better, improved quality products in less time and less cost. So I think that is what we have been doing.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjeev. Mr. Sanjay, is there anything else you would like to add?
Our history in India has been more than 2 decades. We started with small office in Bangalore on MG Road, and now we started with just less than 10 people, and then now we are about 400 people in the country. Of course, in that 70 people in sales and marketing, and rest is we have the software division in Pune. We have a big facility in Pune in Hinjawadi. If you have not visited, I do on using this platform. I invite you to visit our facilities, world class. You will be able to see our demonstration center there. We have a software development center where we have 100 plus engineers working and supporting the software development for the entire group. And we have a bit of manufacturing in the same facility. And then Pune, as I said, it's a big facility. And then we have offices in all key important locations like Delhi, Baroda, Chennai, Bangalore. I sit in Bangalore, for example. And we also believe that our own strength is not good enough to go and help our customers and support our customers and go and understand their pain areas, their challenges. So a few years back, we took the initiative of developing the channel partners, the distributors, if you want to call them. And we have now about 30 distributors across the country, and their team is closely working with our teams, and we're trying to go and meet every look and corner of the customers and go and understand their pain areas and solve the problems. So we strongly believe in first understanding the pain area of the customers and give solutions. We don't believe in going and telling what we have to offer. We rather believe in understanding customer problems and then stitch a solution and make customers' life easier. And as I think in the other panelists said in the beginning, how we can enhance the experience of consumer. That's more important. And through this channels and our own force, we go and help customer, give them a better experience, and enhance their experience using Renishaw solutions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay. It's really the journey well traveled for Renishaw in India, especially. So, Mr. Manoj, Zeiss metrology solutions are pretty popular in the market. Would you like to share more details about the kind of technologies you provide and your expertise in this metrology?
Coming to the company, Carl Zeiss is a 175-year-old company. This year, we are celebrating 175 years. And in India, we are there for 23 years. And we have a sales, service, office, and then we have a manufacturing plant for CMMs, for which we are very popular. And we also have eyeglass manufacturing facility in India. We have offices pretty much everywhere with competence centers and a 200-member workforce. Talking about expertise, I will put it in two ways. One is, if you look at what is very popular in the last 24 months is energy, investments around energy. So when you talk about windmills, which harness the wind energy, macro in shape, spanning over meters, and we could measure them effortlessly. The gears which go inside the windmill are huge, large, and you need pretty much large CMMs, which all of us are, part of the community. We can measure them pretty much very effectively, very accurately. Coming to the next subject, again relating to energy, which is the EV business and the cell. The cell is hardly the size of, the basic cells are the size which can fit into your hand. And what goes inside a cell is in the layer of few microns, and we could measure them effortlessly. So that's our basic strength. The expertise lies in measuring macro objects and measuring micro and nano objects with ease at the cutting edge of technology. That's one. Second is we don't live in the range of the dimensional metrology, which is very important. The shape is quite important, but we moved on from shape to form metrology. We can measure form metrology to the most precise, values of around 10 nanometers or so. We can go further down. We can go into surface metrology, and we could measure things in the range of nanometers. If you still want to go further, yes, we do have electron microscopes in which we could measure the SCI layers which are inside batteries, which are a few nanometers of width. So our expertise lies in the portfolio, what we handle, what we manage. And it's believe me, it's quite a tough thing to do because we can serve almost all industries encompassing. This is possible because Zeiss has been investing around about 12 to 13% every year on R&D. That's our most important differentiator in the market, which has made us survive for 175 years.
Thank you, Mr. Manoj. Mr. Momin, how about accurate gauging and instruments and their expertise in metrology?
We started our journey, and in 1963, our late chairman, Vilasrao Salunkeji, now after around the age of 40, 45, he started completely his the activities in the social. So he has got something very different kind of the vision for the country. And he thought, he started with some local automobile manufacturing companies here in Pune. There was no availability of the measuring instrument who are manufacturing in India. Everyone has to, those days, would bring from the other countries, and the delays and those time, the import and all these things where it was not easy. So some people given the opportunity, and he said, I would manufacture it. And like that, he started a gauge. And I tell you, friends, when we started a small equipment, now we have got here many numbers in the product range, right from the equipment of like vernier or small gauge, ring gauge and all, now up to the gantry level, up to the level of range of the 110 meters, we could now manufacture in Indian plant. So this is literally, I would say, a proud the thing for all Indians. And nowadays we not today, nowadays in sense, but in last many of the years, we started exporting. It is also a proud time for us when we exported to the Russia for the Sukhoi kind of the manufacturing. And not only the Russia, but the US economy, you can understand how the people are conscious about the qualities and all. So they are buying continuously our CMMs in US, in Europe. So the technology what we are offering, being we are the local manufacturing, but reach to the entire world. And it is proud to tell all of you that around 67 countries we have already reached. Not only we sell it but also we support all the Indian manufacturers with the product solutions, as well as giving them a training. We have brought it in India, the outcome like of the international training programs. We are the indigenously only organization in India. We provide the trainings international level, where the people were only believing on some of the things, this product is good or that product is good, but we made them understand that the product is not good because of the certain name or the location, but how we use it, how we handle it. And this is not the platform we are using, which is developed by us. This is the platform developed by entire industries of the measurement, CMM industries. And that kind of the knowledge sharing we are providing in India. And up till now, myself trained more than 20,000 professionals. And through Occam platforms, hundreds of the people in the industries we have trained and supported.
Thank you, Mr. Momin, for explicitly explaining about the initiatives being taken by Accurate, especially in terms of empowering the industry. Thank you all of you for highlighting the technological advancement happening in the field of metrology over the years. And today there are many advanced metrology solutions available in the market. Now it's the time to look at some of the most advanced futuristic metrology technology that are shaping the industrial manufacturing ecosystem. So can I start with Mr. Manoj?
Two directions what we can see where metrology will go forward from CMMs is, one is in the direction of X-ray based measurement technologies, of which we are pursuing X-ray based measurement technologies for the last 1.5 decades. So today, I will be very, proud to say that I can measure components, say of size 200 by 300, to a tune of accuracy of about 10 microns. And I can match up my uncertainties with CMMs using X-ray technology. So that's something which is coming fast. What is the advantage in X-rays? You can measure a lot of parts at once. You can measure the parts not only in the OD, what you see, but you can measure the insides of the part. You can measure the complete component. You can X-ray and you can measure the features which are inside, which are not seen. So it gives you a complete understanding of how the object is looking from inside. So X-ray technology is one which will go forward in the coming years. Carl Zeiss has at least 4 X-ray machines available at different competence centers in the country, providing pay-per-use services. So if you have a part which is developed and you want to reduce the number of iterations to get to the final product, come to us, we can X-ray it, we can get you a STL data within a few hours, which might take days or weeks in other technologies. That's one. Second is optical, which we have the blue light, structured light measurement technology, which can measure objects faster. And with our world-renowned Calypso and GOM measurement softwares, we are able to do measurements on the shop floor with very minimal influence from temperature using the blue light scanning technology. The blue light scanning technology, when adapted to robotics, would really give you a big push in your measurement arena. So 2 directions, one is X-ray, second is structured light optical measurement technology. The third, which I would like to mention, is when we slowly move further into medical devices, electronics, miniatured components, miniatured additive manufacturing, we have something called X-ray microscopes. Fabulous piece of technology. It's almost like magic. So this is available again with us in India. I mean, the best part with Zeiss is whatever we talk is available at India in any one of our branches. So X-ray microscopes is a technology which is going to revolutionize the way we measure small objects. Just to give you an example, I have this mobile phone in my hand. And if you would like to measure the mobile phone completely and get a STL data out of it without even opening it, I'm talking about the STL data of every individual item inside. I could do it in a span of a day and get you the complete data to do a reverse engineering or to do a failure analysis and thereon. It's really a boon to the industry. So measurement technology is changing from what we know. It's going more into the X-ray and more into the optical side. And we are there not only selling products, but supporting you with the technologies available at a very competitive rates in India at our offices. So walk into us and talk to us. We will provide the right solutions.
Mr. Sanjay, would you like to talk about any specific solution?
I think, there was some discussion happening on CMM and CMM tech. But if you ask me what is happening more or what customer is expecting, and Renishaw has been working in that direction, is inspection at the point of manufacturing. This is becoming more and more important nowadays. How about having something on the shop floor itself, sitting next to your machine? I think Sanjeev touched upon this, a solution, a gauge, which has the capability to measure the parts on the shop floor and give you the report as a supervisor as a customer expects. And it is possible that these results can be correlated with absolute measuring device. All that is expected, and it is taking the industry is moving in that direction. And I think we have been doing a reasonable job in helping the industry in that direction. And then I think these are the 2 key important elements I just wanted to focus. One another thing is the feedback devices. I just want to focus on this. If you see historically, you have the CNC machines where the feedback system is through inbuilt encoders, or at the most, if you see people are expecting more accuracy on the axis, then they would have a typical glass scale as one solution. So we have recently revolutionized and brought a new solution to the market. It's an enclosed scale because we have been a manufacturer of encoders for many years. We have complete range of encoders to offer for any motion control requirements. So we launched recently a scale, which is enclosed scale, where the lead head and the scale are not in contact, and this is based on our technology, which has been in the market for long years. So this has been this has been one of the best things that has happened to the industry. This product has been tested for several years under very trying conditions, and this has given really it has probably exceeded the expectations. And we are currently we are in a phase where we are not able to meet the demands of customer. So this is one very good revolution. There are many advantages with this. I don't want to get into that, but this is futuristic technology. People want very simpler, quicker, how they can quickly install these scales on the machine and get the machine assembly going and supply to customers, and let customers start using it. I think these are three key important things I just wanted to cover in terms of futuristic technologies.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay. Dr. Sanjeev, very quickly, can we just give a example of a Renishaw machine or a metrology technology that really fascinates you?
So Renishaw is providing industrial metrology solutions throughout the manufacturing process. For an example, and let's say you have 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week. So out of 168 hours in a week, how many hours are your machines working? How many hours are your machine making quality products? So we are providing technologies that will help you to run those machines if you want unmanned for those number of hours in a week. So we are providing on machine improving technology as sensors on the machine, and say shop floor gauging devices like equator which sits next to the machine to help maximize this metal cutting. So I think provide these cutting offsets, these tool offsets, so that your process intelligently adapts to the changes in the environment. It adapts to the tool wear, it adapts to the cutter deflection, it adapts to the thermal deformation, and ultimately you make a very high quality part in less time, in less number of hours. And when it goes to the shop and when it goes to the CMM room, so let's say you are using CMM, say from Accurate or say Zeiss or say Mictoyo, Zeiss, whoever. So ultimate aim is that how can I take the maximum out of these CMMs? How can I ensure that I can measure faster? I can measure more characteristics of the part. So that's where Renishaw is providing a number of technologies with say Revo, as Sanjay sir talked about, that can help you to speed up your inspection process, that can help you to add number of new technologies to inspection as well. So overall, these and I'm talking, this is why I'm talking about the application. So Renishaw is providing technologies, those Indian manufacturers, be it a small job shop, be it a plant with 10 machine, be it a plant with 100 machine, be it a plant with 10,000 machine, be it a contract manufacturer, be it a 3C manufacturer, be it aerospace, be it automotive, everyone, each one of this industry can reduce their manufacturing cost, can scale up their production, and can make more quality parts day by day, and can give better life to their employees, can give better products to the consumer, and can help India move forward and becoming the best in the world, which we all can achieve.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajiv. I truly admire your energy and sportsman spirit, and I truly admire your commitment as well. Mr. Momin, would you like to talk about any of your solutions?
I will take few minutes. All we are having certain kind of the expertise in their product manufacturing. And what happens now, if any of the ex-customer want a solution, all of the people show them the better solution with different kind of the product range or the solutions. So here what I am thinking now, so yes, technically it is possible. If one part is to be inspected, part can be inspected, as Sanjay Sangramji said, by tactile. as Manoj said, with the X-ray, optical, and Sanjeev said yes, it can be on shop floor. So there are the choices for the customer, but who is going to take a decision that this is the right choice? So here I would like to give some of the points we ourselves must discuss in the level of and the in interest of the customer end user. And it would be a great time for all of us if we could sell the right product for the right solution. And certainly I tell you what I think very positively, just selling one solution for that particular moment, instead of that, we if you give the right solution, as the Sanjeev, I liked a very good point there. Ultimately, if the profitability of the customer is increased, he would trust in our industry. Yes, there are the solutions available, they are all making good efforts for the manufacturing industries, and they are making us grow togetherly. And let the industry go, let the government should input all the facilities and the policy makings and all, as Sanjeev said. And if such kind of the things togetherly happened, then definitely all of us has a good potential in the market, and all would grow together.
So thank you once again, Dr. Sanjeev, Mr. Sanjay, Mr. Manoj, and Mr. Momin for expressing your optimism and sharing your viewpoints on Future of Metrology presented by Renishaw. We truly appreciate the efforts being taken by now metrology industry in improving the manufacturing practices, thus contributing to Make in India and empowering the nation. Thank you so much, all of you.
For more updates, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon.